Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Tittle Tattle Tarot. It's Georgie. And today I'd like to look at a coronation. Not the future one, not the one coming up in May, but one relating to Charles I in 1626. And this was a comedy of errors. So whatever happens with King Charles III, it's not going to be like King Charles I. Well, I hope to God it won't be. This was a nightmare. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. So I'm just going to have a little bit of a shufty about with these Deviant Moon tarot. Let's give them a good old mix up. And I want to do like a sort of illustration tarot. So I'm going to tell the story and then I'm going to pick some cards and see how the Deviant Moon choose to illustrate this story of King Charles I's dreadful coronation. What a nightmare. So King Charles I, it's back in 1626, and he's married to a very young bride, very young teenage bride. Her name was Henrietta Maria, and she was a very Catholic girl, very Catholic woman. And when he said to her about the coronation, she flipped her lid and said, I am not going to do any kind of service that's Protestant. I'm a Catholic. How dare you? I'm not going to be part of this coronation because it's a Protestant service. And he tried to insist. And when he insisted, she punched through a plate glass window. So I think he realized, I don't think you'd ever argue with a woman who's prepared to put her fist through a window. So he said, okay, I'll go on my own. So he rocked up to his own coronation, all on his own. Well, there she is, Queen of Wands. What a fiery, what a fiery queen she was. Yeah, she knew what she wanted. And no, there was no way on God's earth she was going to be involved in any kind of ceremony that was a Protestant ceremony. So yeah, very much fiery Queen of Wands there, punching through a plate glass window, or it was probably some kind of stained glass window, I would imagine. Just punch through it. No, I'm not doing that. And he thought, well, I'm not arguing with her. And to be honest with you, you shouldn't argue with the Queen of Wands. No. So right. So we're off to a good start, aren't we? It's a day. He's got to rock up on his own, got to walk down there on his own. But before that happened, he'd gone to his people who make all the royal costumes and what have you. And they said, oh, sir, I'm really sorry, but we haven't got any more red velvet or purple velvet. Now, what to do? Red and purple, they are the colours of royalty. If you're going to be coronated, they're the colours you want, red and purple. That's kingly colours. So they said, well, we haven't got red or purple velvet, but we have got some rather nice white satin. They said, well, if that's all you've got, if you've only got white satin, I'm going to have white satin, aren't I? Queen of Cups. Well, it caused quite a bit of emotion, I can tell you. That's quite feminine energy, but I would think that he felt rather emotional about this, having to get his coronation done in white satin. Not a good look, not a good look for a monarch who should have all been in purple. And oh yeah, look, Temperance, he wasn't happy about that at all. He tried to sort of call on his feminine side and be, just like keep his emotions under wraps, be very civil about it. He tried to bring out his feminine side, his side that was just like, don't worry, it's fine. It's fine. We can get this done in white satin. It's fine. But no, I mean, he just boiled over at that. Temperance in reverse. White satin, I mean, it was such an unlucky colour, believe it or not. Back then, white was very unlucky. So he was so angry about this, not having any velvet, not having purple or red velvet. Absolutely incandescent with rage. The Temperance in reverse, that's almost like devilish energy. He went off the deep end at this. I would think that he was totally unbalanced. Temperance the right way up, that's like, oh well, never mind. That's what he was trying to be when he first heard the news. He was trying to be like the Queen of Cups. It's all right. But very soon after that, he couldn't hold it. He couldn't be that Temperance sort of, oh, don't worry, we'll muddle along. He went mad. He did his pieces on that. So there you go. So all the costume was cocked up. He had to go down the aisle basically in white. He's only about 5'4", this king, so he's not very big of stature. And there he is in white satin going down the aisle. So what happened next? Well, they really polished up the Westminster Abbey, it would have been. The people have been in there and they've polished it within an inch of their life. And as he's walking down that sort of corridor of Westminster Abbey, a very solemn occasion, the floor's so highly polished, he slips over. And, well, there you go. What does he think of that? Not happy at all. I can imagine there are a few curse words going on there. King of Swords, he's very verbal. He'll say exactly what he's thinking. So I can imagine whatever swear words they had in 1626, he probably used them all. I believe someone came to his aid and sort of made sure he didn't actually fall flat on his bum. But, you know, he took quite a severe slip. So already, yeah, already he's like ready to fight over this. He knows he can't. I mean, the five of wands, that's very niggling, fighting energy, you know, that sort of everyone up against each other. And you know, he's walking down basically the aisle of Westminster Abbey. He can't do that, so he has to let it go. He's got to swallow this. He's got to let it go. What he really wants to do is have a big old rear up with someone, but he's just got to let it go. He's just got to, like, come on, let's just get this done. What a nightmare. So there you are. But I'm sure that he had a big old cuss. I'm sure that he swore when he nearly fell over. But he had to let it go. He had to just think, that's all right, let's just get on with this. So they get up to the front part. I don't know what all these things are called, but up to the front where the old Archbishop of Canterbury is, and he's ready to do the service. Always the Archbishop of Canterbury does this. And the Archbishop Canterbury, he's talking away, and there's this ring, very important ring, and the Archbishop of Canterbury gets the ring out to put on King Charles I's finger, the coronation ring. And yeah, when he gets the ring out, the stone falls out of the ring and it rolls underneath the pews, and everyone's scampering around trying to find this ring out of the stone, the stone out of the ring. So Queen of Pentacles in reverse, you know, you could say that this pentacle is like this massive stone in this ring, and off it's gone. It's rolling around the floor somewhere. No one can find it. They're all on their hands and knees. It's very undignified. You can imagine, can't you? So Queen of Pentacles is very down to earth, very down. It probably was a woman that found it. Very down to earth woman, but you know, oh my God. Really, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Feet in the air, trying to find this ring, scampering around, not dignified at all. But there it is. There's that stone. Everyone on their hands and knees trying to work out where it's gone. I believe they found it, but it makes the ring sound like something out of a Christmas cracker, doesn't it? Or a bubblegum machine. It hardly sounds like a priceless piece of royal jewelry just falling to bits like that. And then, blow me, if he's not had this coronation, you think, oh my God, well, it can't get any worse. How can it get any worse? How can it get any worse than this? As he's walking out of Westminster Abbey, London has the first earthquake that it's had. Well, it's probably had them before, but the ground actually tremored and he nearly fell over again. So there was an earthquake in London, would you believe? So here we've got, what do we got here? We've got the Four of Pentacles. That's like holding on. That's quite a sort of a greedy miser card, holding on to what you've got. Well, I should imagine virtually everybody there had to let go of stuff. Look, the Knight of Wands, he's appeared somewhere. I think he was in reverse. We'll come to him in a minute. But, you know, anybody holding anything probably dropped it. The floor was shaking. Unbelievable to have an earthquake on the day of your coronation. So yeah, nobody was sort of very grounded, feet in the air again. I should imagine they wondered what the hell was going on. They probably thought the devil was coming out of the woodwork. Everything had gone so wrong. And I think this one just flipped over out of nowhere. This is the Knight of Wands in reverse. This is an angry man. This is an angry man. I mean, we're not getting king energy here. We had an angry king there when he fell over, or nearly fell over. We had an angry king. But here we've got the Knight of Wands, which is like, really, his passion for this had gone now. He just wanted to get home, have a cup of tea, I would have thought. But what a nightmare. What an utter nightmare. His wife was the total Queen of Wands, punching through a window, not refusing to go. No velvet, no red or gold or whatever it was, purple velvet. You've got to wear white satin. Good grief, that's a bit of a downer, isn't it? Really angry about that. Tried not to show it, tried to be balanced about it, but couldn't. Absolutely lost it over that. Then tripping over, going up the aisle. Well, not tripping, slipping. I should think there were a few cuss words there, and he just had to let it go. Just let it go. Just get this coronation over and done with. And then on the way, oh yes, what about the ring? Dropping the ring. The ring's rolled, the stone from the ring is rolled underneath the seats. Nobody can find it. All the women are on their hands and knees trying to find it. Eventually got it. And then on the way out, the bloody earthquake. And everyone drops what they've got, what they're holding on to. They've dropped it, feet are in the air. Earthquake. And so at the end of it, he's thinking to himself, oh, I've just lost all passion for this. I mean, really. What a total disaster. What a day. So that was King Charles I's coronation. So whatever happened to King Charles III's coronation, well, it can't beat that, can it? How could it possibly beat that? So I will leave that one with you. Hope you enjoyed it. And there's always someone worse off than you, isn't there? I think that's the moral of this tale. So you take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.